Boy, oh boy, happy day. Man, I gotta say, I feel like Christmas has come early with this story. And by the way, my day has started today. I honestly thought it wasn't going to be a very good one, but my dear cousin shared a piece of great information for me today, and it's too good not to bring it to you. So, by all means, just take this one and rejoice. Because the professional asshole Johnny Somali has finally been sentenced to prison, and unfortunately he will only spend 6 months there, which I feel like that is not long enough because he is just a fucking worm. He's a loser who does not deserve to walk the streets of anywhere and should immediately on sight get his ass kicked, which is pretty much what was happening to him in South Korea. I mean, they kept him there for that long. I mean, he's been there longer than his sentences, and they're just gonna sentence him to half a year, which is very good. You know, obviously he's getting prison time, which is amazing, but unfortunately I feel like that's just not long enough for his crimes. Like, mind you, the crimes that he's committed aren't very, like, huge ones. Like, he didn't murder anybody, or he didn't, like, become a terrorist or something, but he is pretty close. He's probably an amateur terrorist from what I can say, because just public nuisances like him need to be immediately dealt with, and I'm glad they are finally putting him in where he belongs, in a labor camp. So he's going to be doing 6 months hard labor for his crimes that he's committed in South Korea. I just gotta say, it's awesome. Now, if I'm being honest here, Jackass Johnny got off real easy, because initially the prosecutors of the case were pursuing a 3-year sentence against his dumbass. So, considering he got considerably less than what that original ask was, he should be thanking God himself. He should immediately just drop to his knees and thank him, because now he's not going to be doing the 3 years that they were trying to get him for. And originally his court date was supposed to be in March of last year, but because some new shit arrived, they had to postpone it to later, which is now. And the reason why they had to postpone it was because they got him on more charges, because he AI generated like some sexually explicit photos of him and another YouTuber or whatever, and that just screwed him even more. Like, this guy is not a good person, okay? He's up there with the likes of Jack Doherty and other nuisance streamers, pranksters, whatnot. He is just not good. He is not a good content creator either. Like, nuisance content is just completely embarrassing. He's the geek of the century, bro. I can't even tell you how annoyed I was when I heard of this guy, because when he was first making the rounds on the internet, that is exactly what he was doing, being a fucking nuisance. And I'm just glad he is no longer being able to do that for at least the next 6 months. And just being there, watching his crash and burn, has just been one of the greater honors of my life. Watching a legitimately bad person suffer the consequences of his own stupid actions. There's just nothing better than karma, man. It comes when you need it, and it strikes hard. So now, after his sentencing was over, he had to be immediately detained because he was considered a flight risk. I'm not sure if that meant, like, he was free to go back to the US, which, by all means, keep him out. I don't want him here, dude. Like, I don't want him having to come around and me happen to, no matter how small the chances, run into his stupid ass. Like, he shouldn't be here. He doesn't deserve to be here. He doesn't deserve to be anywhere, bro. He needs to be in jail, which is where he's going to be for the next 6 months. But he was immediately deemed a flight risk and was immediately detained, and he's facing 20 days of detention and is being banned at institutions that serve minors and serve the elderly for the next 5 years. He cannot work there, and he has to be registered as a sex offender, which honestly that's kind of a surprise to me. I never really thought he'd be the guy to be a sex offender. Like, obviously what he did depicting himself and another YouTuber in sexually explicit situations, that's tough, that is rough, and that's no good, that's trash. He is finally getting what he deserves with that. I just never thought he'd be a sex offender. Like, that's one of the things I never thought he'd be. Like, he's a lot of things, I just never thought he'd be that. But, you know, you can teach a dog new tricks, you know, it is what it is, and that is who he is right now. He is a current sex offender, so I'm glad he's being put where he belongs. And you know what I don't understand is what he got out of it. Like, his streaming, his nuisance making, whatever, his problem making, what did he get out of it? Like, legitimately, what good things came from it? Like, the only thing that came from his streams was an ass beating by a random person on the street whenever they saw him. Like, they'd see him, kick his ass, and leave him there. Like, what do you get out of that? He was barely being paid anyway. Like, he was banned off of all the other streaming platforms that he had to go to these trashy-ass streaming sites to be able to stream at all. And even then, he's probably barely making anything, dude. I don't even know how he afforded to live there. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it's not like he's a good person either. Like, we've already been there. Like, he showed up to his court date drunk out of his mind. Either that or was, like, seriously hungover and was just talking shit to the judge or whatever. Did not make him look good, which is why I'm very surprised that they only gave him 6 months. Because, really, it's the judge that decides your fate, unless he was doing, like, a jury thing. Which there's, obviously, tons and tons of evidence against him if he's going against a jury to convict him. Because this guy literally records every crime he commits like an idiot. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. This guy really irks me. So I'm very, very happy that he's going to jail now. So we don't have to hear from him for the next 6 months. Thank God. But yeah, just a really good day. I'm super happy about it. But if you guys are having a good day, that's awesome. I hope to see you guys in the next one.